the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. All right, folks, do you ever have those moments where you walk up to a car and you're trying to get in the car, and you can't get in the car, and you think it's your car, and then you're just sitting there frustrated, and then you look into the car, and then you realize, oh, wait, that's not my car. I've done that. I did that today. So, yeah. At least they didn't see me. I was like, oh, this is not my car. I was like, oh boy, I'm gonna have to call towing service. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I thought that through beforehand. But anyways, Potbelly's has a new Smokehouse sandwich, and it's everything you would expect it to be. It's pulled pork with barbecue sauce and some mac and cheese on it. It's a bit messy, but whatever. You can't see the mac and cheese in here, but it's definitely on there. If I showed you the other sandwich, we'd have, well, actually, I'll show you this, because this looks more on point for what we got. All right, hopefully that looked good, but yeah, let's try this out. I'm excited. I had a little taste of the meat, and yeah, I think it's gonna be good. That is delicious pulled pork right there. Just the texture and the flavor, everything about it is just so delicious. And then you've got mac and cheese on there as well. This is delicious, absolutely delicious. We have a fundraiser back at home with the Rewington Club, Holy Night Rewingtons, and we sell barbecue. That barbecue is the most vinegary, processed. It's just like this soft. It's terrible. It's terrible. This actually has some texture. You know, it's still tender, melt in your mouth, but it's not like mush, right? It's not this really grained down mush. It's got, you know, it's got the texture to it. It's still holding up as if it's still meat, and it's got good sauce, right? It's got some sweetness. A little bit of molassesy barbecue sauce there, and that mac and cheese, nice and cheesy, melty. Maybe not the best mac and cheese. Let me grab a noodle here. Let me try. Well, even that's pretty impressive. It's not quite as low tier as Stouffer's. I was thinking those would be gonna be like low tier Stouffer's, but the pork just carries the sandwich. And their old rustic white bread with really firm texture and a good little bite, a good little chew to it. To add to that, you know, it's not just this melt in your mouth like soft sandwich. It's got texture to it, and it's got flavor, and it's got everything that, you know, any foodie would really want. So I'm impressed. Potbelly hasn't really ever impressed me this much with a sandwich, but this one absolutely nailed what they did here. And I think they accidentally gave me mac and cheese. I thought I ordered just a sandwich. I could have accidentally got a side, but I could have sworn to you I did not order it with a side. But I took the mac and cheese and I walked out, and then I got lost because I was like, I thought that was my car, and it wasn't. But anyway, 10 out of 10. You got to go get this sandwich while you can. And I was about to say, oh, this video's it's supposed to be merged together with the two new lemonade, farmhouse lemonade. So either that came before or that came after. I haven't decided, but I called it. I told y'all in that section that was going to happen, that they were going to have something else and we were going to clip it together. So it worked. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. And I don't know if this is part 1, but if this is part 2, you're about to hear me do my usual thing. Yeehaw! Welcome back to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. All right, this could be part 1, or this could be part none. I must mess that part up. I kept thinking, what am I going to say? Am I going to say part 1 of 1? Because there's no part 1 of 1 here, right? It's either going to be no parts, or it's going to be part 1 or 2 or whatever. So Potbelly has new beverages it's weird that they're not rushing a new shake or a new cookie at the moment. Of course, you know, I might be eating my words here soon, and you'll see a part 2 come in, which I expect will happen. But I've got 2 new lemonades from Tractor. So just regular lemonade and strawberry dragonfruit. Very interesting, but nothing too crazy to talk about, right? So it's finally something that's not a sandwich, cookie, or milkshake for once. So yeah, I wish I could hold them up like that, but then you're gonna have it drip. So there you go. See, one's red, one's yellow, and here we go. One's red, one's yellow. Let's go. Okay. It's a very interesting lemonade. It's not super sweet. It's got a good tart punch. I like it for how interesting it is, because it's not one of those like bam, nothing but sweetness, right? It's got something. Some zestiness to it. And you gotta think about the Tractor brand. They are a more naturally flavored kind of beverage, right? I think Chipotle has this brand, or had this brand. It's definitely like a more natural beverage, right? So while it's not my favorite lemonade, but I prefer something that's bursting with a lot of sweetness. I like the change up here. Makes me feel fancy. I'm gonna give it an 8. It really does feel like it's fresh, right? And you gotta appreciate freshness. All right, strawberry dragonfruit lemonade. Again, it's not super sweet. It's really leaning on the flavor of the fruit rather than like a bunch of sugar to really give it that kind of flavoring. Very strong on the strawberry, I would say. And reminiscent of like a Kool-Aid. Like a slightly tropical Kool-Aid. Not too much dragon fruit flavor. But very, very similar to like a fruit punch. Definitely think I prefer the lemonade. Again, not very sweet and is really leaning on those fruits. But overall, it's a fair item. It's a fair drink. I'm going to give it a 7. So yeah, that's what you got at Potbelly if you want like a more natural flavored lemonade. I don't know if you can really picture that, but something that's not like super sweet and really leans into the fruit. I think these are very, very solid and very interesting. So go give them a try. You know, you can't knock it till you try it. It may not be for you. It might be for you. But I really like this experience, right? It's something different and you don't have it every day. So we'll have to see if we've got another item or two coming. But if we don't, you know what I'm about to say.